Hello lovely mummies, it's Solly here again for a very quick 5-minute video. Today I want to talk about anxiety. So anxiety in our special children. Now we all have worries and fears and anxiety. That's part of every day. We all get our heart beating fast and butterflies in our tummy, and that is a normal response to some things that are happening in our world. And in fact, prehistoric man had to have anxiety because it raised our sense of awareness, so that if a saber-toothed tiger was coming towards us, it would make us more vigilant. So worry and fear is actually not a bad trait to have. However, if it is affecting your day-to-day world, if your child is so super anxious that he is running away, has constant tummy aches, is avoiding situations, refusing to go to school, then we have to really start taking it seriously. So again, I've got 4 strategies what to do if your child is experiencing some extreme anxiety. So first of all, you have to be a brilliant detective. So we have to work out exactly what on earth is going on. What is the root of the worry? What you think it might be, actually, if you dig deeper and notice, it's not that thing at all. So what I would say is keep a diary, have a real look at their day, and any time that they're experiencing any anxiety, complaining of a headache, a tummy ache, crying for no reason, getting angry for no reason, and you think it's linked to anxiety, then jot it down, make a note of exactly what you think is happening, and then we can see a pattern and see whether what is going on. So first of all, then, yes, you need to actually work out what's the root of the anxiety. It could be a sensory need. So some of our children are either oversensitive or undersensitive to the senses. So again, you've got to just be a detective. What is happening? Is it whenever you're in a very noisy room? Is it a smell? Is it a question of space, that there's too much space, or people are too crowded? It's feeling hemmed in, and that's making him very anxious as well. Is it to do with a food type? Is it to do with the noise, that it's just too noisy? So yes, so that's the second thing, is just to take note, and what is it that is causing that anxiety. And the third thing I would say is you really must take this very seriously. We don't want to ignore anxiety, because it can escalate, and once a behaviour is set in, it's very difficult to break that habit, to break that pattern. So as soon as you notice that things are actually getting a little bit out of hand, then start taking it very seriously. Help your child. So then the number 4 thing is, what do you actually say? So I would say, don't avoid the thing that's causing the anxiety, unless it's something sensory where you can compensate, but don't avoid it. So just try to introduce it by step, tiny weeny little steps. A little girl I work with just gets completely overwhelmed by going into the hall for assemblies. It's the noise, the space, the movement, the chaos. So, and it makes her, as soon as she knows it's going to be assembly, she starts getting sweaty, her heart starts pounding. So we're not going to ever say to her, avoid it, because there will be times in her life where she's got to cope with crowds. So somehow we've got to acclimatise her and desensitise her. So it's just step by step. How can we make it easier? Is it noise defenders, sitting at the back, having things to distract? So don't avoid the thing, but just take it very slowly, step by step. Listen to your child's worries. Don't dismiss them. Don't say, well, that's ridiculous, you don't need to worry about that, because they are worried. You could have maybe a worry box, or there's these lovely worry bears that you post in a worry, so at least your child is able to communicate in their own way what is the thing that is really causing them some concern. And then you'll do your very, very best to try and help them and support them through that worry. You could try mindfulness techniques. If you Google or YouTube mindfulness for children, there are some lovely techniques where children can learn that when they are getting a little bit stressed or anxious, what can they do? So do they take deep breaths? Do they just relax all their muscles? Do they focus and visualize something really lovely when they were feeling calm and relaxed and quiet? Because again, life is tricky, life is stressful, so we want to teach our children from a very early age what to do with all these worries and these anxieties. And then once you have that those ideas of what your child can do, then maybe write a checklist, so either mentally or physically they can go through that checklist: unclench my hands, relax my shoulders, visualize a beach, visualize me playing in soft play. So they can go through those checklists of what they can do when they have worries. So don't worry about worrying. It is natural, it is some part of our lives, but we can support and help our children. We must take it seriously, but step by step, there's little things that we can do to support our child. Thank you for watching.